Hello, my name is Luis Alejandro Padilla Lopez. I am 18 years old. I am from the OsmotroniK team also.
Hola Luis, good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to talk about my experience in aerospace engineer, all the projects I've done. Since I was a kid, I am a very creative person and I like to develop different projects and different creative things. And at the age of 8, I started to develop some water rockets with a teacher in the STEM club. After that, I entered to a competition in my school, which was about to build an airplane. And the airplane has to move the longest distance possible. And I tried to do it, but I failed. And after that, I tried to develop some more planes and improve them. And I have been doing that since like for 4 or 5 years. Now I can do them. I already make them fly, but it is too difficult. Now I'm working on building some rockets, some sugar rockets. Have you ever listened them to something like that? There are rockets, but the powder is made out of sugar and I don't know the name in English, but it's nitrato de potasio.
Yeah. What's sugar and potassium nitrate?
Yeah,
Yes. What is the function of those substances?
the sugar it's the catalyzer, and I only mix them. I compact them in a tube, in a PVC tube, and then I only get it on and it flies.
Okay, and why does it fly? What happens to them? I mean,
Yeah, in the tube there's like 3 sections. The first section is some clay, some compact clay. Then I put the fuel and I compact it also. Then I put a little bit more of clay and compact it, and I make a little hole in all the rocket. Then I put um
you can say it in Spanish if you wish.
a wick, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I turn it on, and all the fuel start to burn, and this makes in the inside a lot of pressure because of the clay in the top and in the down part.
Mhm.
And this make a lot of pressure, and all the pressure goes in the little hole, and this make the rocket fly.
Oh, so the hot gases
Yeah.
go through that little hole and that was causes the thrust.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now I have a clear picture of the fuel. So
Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah. So
I have a video, but I don't have it here in the computer.
mhm.
So in a moment I will try to share it here. But
Okay.
now I could explain more about the rocket.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead. I just
Um,
like got stuck on that.
Yeah, okay. Now I already did the rocket and the plane, but my future project is to join them, and I'm going to try to build a casa, a plane, which the motor is a rocket.
Like a fighter jet.
Yeah, like a fighter jet.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be very difficult, but I'm going to try. I think it's going to be difficult because all the planes that I did are made out of paper, foam board. Do you know foam board?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like this light
Yeah.
kind of expanded plastic, right?
Yeah, but well, it's like plastic and paper in the top and in the down part.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very
And
flammable.
it's
So
light and resistant.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm going to try to be careful that it didn't get burned all the plane.
Yeah, because it's especially plastic, when it gets
Yeah,
too hot, it will melt, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so there's a lot of design that you will need to be thinking about.
yes, and probably I will try to put in the plane a parachute. I already did it in some water rockets, and it functioned well, but I don't know how it will function in the plane.
I didn't get that. What do you want to put into the rocket
Parachute.
plane? A parachute, a
Yeah,
parachute. Yeah, so that when the fuel is out, it
yeah,
will like fall nicely. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I have a video also in the rockets because I already put the parachute in the water rockets
Mhm.
and it functioned well. But I'm going to try to put them in the planes, as I say already.
Okay. Okay. And so the next goal is to join uh, uh, an airfoil, an airplane with a rocket, and
Yeah,
at the same time equip it with your parachute landing system. Uh,
yeah,
I suppose to make it survive and recover it and do like several flights.
yeah. Because the plane is going to be an RC plane, yeah, control.
Mhm.
So I would like to recover all my
Oh,
electric parts.
so you're gonna use a remote control plane
Yeah,
for this? Okay, so you fly remote control planes?
I did them. I
Yeah,
do.
but
I
okay,
built them.
so you can fly them now, right?
Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, that is really interesting. So you're actually like gonna change the propulsion system.
yeah, yeah.
That's
So
really
I,
interesting and kind of frightening. Already excited about that already.
yeah, I can show you a picture of a
Yes,
plane.
of course. Yeah,
I have
yeah, yeah.
here.
Go ahead. And where do you do these tests, Luis? Do you do them like on a special place or on the
Oh,
football field or something like that?
sometimes I build them in my house, and sometimes in my carpentry workshop. I
Hmm.
like a lot carpentry, so
Hmm.
I think like 2 years ago I started to work in the wood, and I like it
Hmm.
a lot. So I built my own carpentry workshop, and there I built a lot of projects, and also I built some wood projects to sell them and to get money for me to can develop more projects.
Of course. Yes, yes. Well, you have a company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
You have
little.
the Padilla Lopez Innovations company, right?
Uh, um, you can see this is a plane.
Yes.
This is one of the projects.
Mm. And what is that made up of? What is the fuselage and the airfoil made up of?
All the plane is out of foam board.
Foam board.
Foam board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you cut that manually, or do you use a machine
No, no, I created manually, and oh, the wheels are from I don't know the name in English also, but it's
you can
another
say that in
material.
Spanish if you wish.
Yeah, it's goma eva or
Yeah,
foamy.
yeah. It's like also plastic polyurethane. They look like
Yeah,
that.
it's a little soft.
Yes.
Oh, I have another video of my. This is one water rocket with a parachute.
Yeah, oh, that's a water bottle rocket. It's a
Yeah,
multi-stage rocket.
it's a one stage.
on-stage rocket.
Oh, it doesn't went well, but I have another one that I,
That must have fallen on
yeah,
top
yeah.
of some houses, right?
Wait. Mm, I have it here.
You know, in the meanwhile, one of the things that I have found really interesting is the fact that you have like had to do many attempts to make something work.
Yeah,
You said something initially, you said something like, I tried to do this, but I failed.
yeah.
But then I came back and work and make it happen. So how many attempts until you were able to fly your first successful rocket? Because maybe a successful rocket will be like you start to get more ambitious, and maybe you want to send out to orbit or something like that. But your
Yeah.
first successful rocket that flew the way you wanted, and then use your parachute system, and were able to recover it, and then for the plane, how many attempts did it take you?
The rockets were more easy.
Yeah.
I think the first one that success was the 10 or the 9 rocket that I did.
Okay, so
But the
10,
planes
10 or 9 or
were
10 times. Yeah.
too
The planes?
too much difficult.
So you had to do that like many tries.
Yeah. I think more I have done more than 50 planes.
Okay, and what happened to the past ones? Some of them crashed, some of them like
Yeah,
exploded, or what?
many of them I crushed them and I destroyed them, and with the pieces I built more planes.
Okay, thanks for making that clear, because initially I just thought like, oh, I just tried again and I got it working. So it took a lot
Yeah.
of effort, a lot of improvements on your design, and finally you got it. That's called persistence, and that's called like true learning. So now after 10 tries, I think you feel like really comfortable. Like if I ask you like, okay, could you build one for me? I'll pay for it. Like, could you do it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
now I
okay, so you will
can.
feel really confident about that.
Yeah, I think now I would make work the first rocket I made.
I have a follow-up question to that,
Yeah.
because that stood out to me too, that you failed, and you said that very clearly, but then you said, I've been working the last 4 or 5 years on this. Like, that was pretty amazing. What do you think kept you trying and not giving up? What made you go back and keep trying?
I never give up. I'm always trying to succeed and get my projects get well. So I'm going to never give up.
I
Great.
love that you also have problem solved ways to make money, to buy more parts by
Yeah.
selling your woodwork.
Yeah.
Like Arturo just said, it's kind of like a small business, like the Wright brothers who sold their bicycles to make parts for their airplane. So you're on the right track. You're figuring ways to make it work and to do what you need to do to keep following your passion. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
You were gonna show us another video?
Yeah. I have here another video. Can I share the video here?
Of course,
Share
please
my
do so.
screen. My screen.
Mhm.
Mm. Okay. Here is the video. Oh, wait. You can see it?
Not yet.
Okay. Not yet. Now you can see my screen? Oh,
No, not yet.
no, okay.
Now it's loading.
Okay,
There you go.
yeah, there's the video. Ooh. Oh, I don't know what happened.
That should be able to play if
Oh, wait, the computer, like, it's weird. I
kind
cannot
of
see
froze.
nothing.
Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. Now, what do your parents say about all of this? Do they feel sometimes nervous about like your next attempts? Have they ever said like, oh, come on, Luis, why don't you play a sports or football or tennis or something instead of like making this dangerous stuff?
No, no. My mom all the time is helping me, and she likes that I'm trying to develop all my projects,
Amazing,
and
yes.
she's the best. Also, I practice some sports, so well,
What sports do you
I
play?
do a lot of things.
What sports do you play?
I play swimming since I was a baby.
Swimming? You swim?
Yeah, yeah, I swim.
Oh, great. So if a rocket falls down on a lake on the ocean, you can also recover it. Good. That's very good. Until you build a drone like like this SpaceX drones
Yeah,
that recover rockets. So there you go. There's an idea for perhaps your next item in the Padilla Lopez fleet, right?
yeah.
All right, let's see if now it plays. There you go. Oh, that was a good launch. And oh, that's a nice parachute. It really opened at the right time. And there goes a gift to the neighbors. Awesome. Yeah, that was like about perhaps a 50-meter launch, maybe like that, right? So have you put instruments into your rockets in order to measure like speed and
Yeah,
have you done
yeah.
that?
I have thinking that, but it's a little bit difficult, and now I don't have a lot of free time, so it's too difficult to me for
Yeah.
try this. But yeah, it's an option to put some instruments, probably to
Yes.
control it remotely, and to know
Yes.
the height, the speed, and some different stuff information.
I'm leaving you in the chat box my email.
Uh-huh.
That's Mendez with a Z at teztech.mx. So if you want a collaborator with that, I could help you.
Yeah.
Or I could, ask me to give me a job and hire me, and I work hard and I will be persistent too. All right. So please write it down and give me a note.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had another question regarding the fuel. Potassium nitrate is kind of restricted in Mexico. You know
No,
that?
uh,
You have
it
not had trouble getting it?
a little bit because in the chemical stores
Yeah.
it's too expensive. But here in Mexico, you can find it as for the plants fertilizant. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fertilizant in English. No?
Yes, a fertilizer, yes.
Fertilizer. Oh, okay. Yeah, and my family work in the farms, and
Yeah.
they use it for
Okay.
their
So
farms.
yeah, you're not getting like perhaps like the pure chemical reactive grade, but the industrial grade.
Yeah,
That's a smart choice, especially keeps the cost lower, right?
yeah, too low comparing to the price that I saw in the chemical stores.
Yeah. Now, have you thought about other fuel alternatives?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you know, but here in Mexico, it's easy to found powder, the normal powder, but
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it is legal, so and it is not an option for me to
I think
use
it's
that
it's, it's a little
powder.
bit more restricted because it's already like for fireworks and
Yeah,
that it is really regulated
yeah,
in Mexico and many countries.
yeah.
But I mean, keep working and keep perfecting the technique. Have you seen the movie October Sky?
No,
No, look for it. Right? It's
cover sky, cover sky.
October Sky. It's an oldie, but it's a very interesting movie. I think you're gonna feel really identified and really inspired because it's actually like based on a true story. So um, uh, look for it, and also our audience. It's very interesting
Thank you
movie
so much.
about rocketry and the space exploration. All right, so and I'm sure you will enjoy it. Okay. So when are you planning to do your test flight for this next prototype?
I think I'm going to do it in January, probably. I'm going to try it the next week, but I don't know if it will get well. So I'm going to try to build them constantly.
Okay, are you documenting all of these? Like your design, what were the results, and all of that?
Not all, but I have some videos of many of them. So
Mhm.
I make an Instagram account. So I'm posting there all my projects. It's
Yeah.
private and I only have it for me, but I'm thinking to get put it in public to
Yeah.
so if someone
Yeah, I
wants
think
to.
that I think that it is good. Like at some point, maybe not all of the things. Social media people sometimes post like everything, and that's too much. But if you have like these milestones, um, you could try sharing that. I understand that you do not want to be a social media influencer. You're more into the engineering and scientific, but it's worth sharing this. But promise me something, Luis. Promise me that in the next global innovation field trip, you will bring the documentation and the evidences of this next attempt.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. So you will need to be in touch with us because I really want to watch that.
okay,
And yeah, it's the other suggestion is try to make an engineering notebook. An engineering notebook will help you a lot to keep track of your progress. Besides the video and the pictures, try to keep this notebook with your designs, remarks on what are the highlights or the characteristics of that particular, model, and try to measure as much as possible and do these observations. And this will not only help you, because I know that everything is in here, but eventually your projects will start to grow so complex and so big that you will need help. And other people are going to want to take your model and maybe do a different a different change or a twist on your design, like fork to another version. And that is something very, very particular here in the 21st century. People share the designs, another grab them and make them a shop, you know, and new models. And that's how you can drive an exponential innovation. So if you document that, I mean, I would love to have your designs and perhaps work on them and work together, you know, and do this community. So you said you are in high school?
Yeah, I'm in the last year, in the last.
You're a senior? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm senior.
So are you going to university after?
Yeah, I'm trying to send all my information to different schools in the USA, but I have time. I'm trying to apply in the universities in the USA because I want to study aerospace engineer, and here in Mexico there are no universities with aerospace engineer.
Yeah. Well, you could still study mechanical engineer, chemical engineer, or physics as engineering, and perhaps do you know, some exchange programs and then a master's degree. So I mean, there's a big future for you, and with your attitude, with your profile, with your persistence, I'm sure we're gonna be hearing about you like in the future very frequently.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. No, thank you for sharing all of this. It's been awesome. Amy, do you have any questions or?
I was just going to ask if, for people watching or people that see this video later, if you could have like one ask or something that you need, or that would help you, what would you request or ask?
Probably to know if there's a place where I can get work for improve my abilities in the space engineer world and mechanics. I know the basic of mechanics. I know how to weld and different stuff, but I would like to improve it more and get a job where I can be better, to have some experience.
Okay. That's a very interesting point, and I'm sure that I'm sure that the community that is around the Global Innovation Field Trip will surely connect you with someone. I'm sure
Thank
about
you.
that. Yes. Okay, very good. So, muy bien. Amy, is there anything else you want to ask Luis? I don't know if our next presenter.
I don't think we have another one till 11. I don't think. I just admire your qualities, as we already talked about. Your qualities of persistence, your qualities of problem solving, the constant wanting to continue to learn more. And, you know, those qualities alone are going to take you very far in whatever you choose to do. So I really appreciate you sharing your story. And I know a lot of people are going to be inspired by your work. I think the idea of documenting, I think that's not the fun part. It's the experimenting, but it's very important to have a record of where you started. You don't know if it may be a book or a movie down the road that where you started and where you've gone. So, you know, you just got to, even though a lot of that's in your brain, sometimes it's even neat to look back and see where you started and how far you've come, to keep, you know, that persistence going on. But we do have, okay, we do have another presenter.
And maybe this is where you get a collaborator, you know, to help you with this. But I mean, it's yes, awesome. That's a great observation, man.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Thank
a
you,
lot.
Luis. So muchas gracias, mucha suerte. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank
Muchas
you.
gracias.
All right.
Bye.
I'll see you next time. All right.
Yeah. See you next time.